So this is the second video of a 3-video series that I'm creating about finding the best Claude Code UI with one specific requirement in mind. It needs to be really good at managing parallel agents. And the reason why I'm doing this is because after I tested Verdant AI, I was mind blown by this idea of, instead of pair programming with the agent, which I think still is a valid type of AI assisted programming. But instead of doing that, you were just delegating a bunch of tests and reviewing it. And yes, I know you can do that with cloud agents, but I think the workflow is not as clear because you have to delegate something, then wait and see the pull request, and then if you want to run things locally, you have to clone things. So Verdant AI was just like a aha moment for me, and I think this is where agentic coding is going. So I did some research and I found 3 tools. And by the way, if you haven't watched the first video, go watch it now. I'm going to try to put somewhere here in the screen. All right. So if you watched, this is the second video. And the tool we're going to be testing is the one from Indui called Sculptor. So this one, another one that is closed source. And I think they're going to charge. I saw somewhere. But yeah, I already installed, as I saw in that video. So I'm just going to go and first take a read of the docs now to see, what anything and special things that we need to worry about when setting things up. I'm going to set up the project and then I'm going to start playing around with it. Let's go. So yes, so let's go to the docs here. I'm just going to open the documentation and let's just take a look at the features. So one important thing that I already saw is that Sculptor doesn't use Git worktrees. It actually spawns like containers. I think it's used Docker. So this might change a little bit how we work. So let's take a look. So have the agents. So this runs in an isolated Docker container. Uses your configured Anthropic API key and model. Has its own Git repository and branch. Okay. Yes. Okay, it might be that the Git repository means it doesn't even is connected to the remote GitHub thing. I mean, running agents in containers is cool because in a way, it's less of a security burden, right? Like it runs in this sandboxed environment. But it can be also a configuration burden. Now you need to worry about giving all the tools that the agent needs. So we're gonna see how that goes. Okay. Yes. So what agents can do, read and understand, runtime recommends, prepare changes for merging to a local branch. So this is already something that I think is going to be better than I forgot the name, than Conductor, because Conductor was still focused on merging things on GitHub and creating PRs. And yeah, this seems that is more like Verdant, where you can merge things locally. Okay. All right. Yeah, I can use all these models, managing agents. Okay, that's good enough. So yeah, they have this pairing mode, and I think this pairing mode is just kind of like, I don't know how they do it. Okay, so it just creates a two-way sync between your local directory and the remote one. So the agent do stuff in their own container, and then you're doing things in your environment, and that's it. Yeah. Okay. System prompts. I guess we can customize the system prompts maybe. Yeah. Okay. System prompts / command syncing. Okay. So it does copy our global commands into the container, I guess. Yes. Yeah. Let me just take a look at this video. Yeah. All these videos just say they do a two-way sync. Okay. It's good. They're trying to have as explicit as possible as documentation. Yeah. I mean, that's it. Yeah, okay. Whenever you change something in these markdown files, I guess like if the agent changes the project commands, if they okay, yeah. All right, I think this is good enough. Yeah, containers is a Docker container, full copy of your project, its own file system, it's on any dev container defined. Yeah, let's see how to define the tools. Okay. Okay, so this is likely using dev containers, right? And I mean, honestly, I never use that. So I don't know. I'm just gonna figure it out and find as we go. Okay, they have a UI thing. Okay, I just want to see if there's any configuration that we can do. Yeah, so this forking thing is actually an interesting feature. So imagine you are in the middle of a session, and then you're like, oh, I have three options of that I want to do that, or maybe I just want to try, three agents doing the same thing and pick the best one. So the idea is that I can kind of like fork the agent into another agent, and I think it carries the context. Oh yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, okay. So this is like an oral git fork, but yeah, I thought they would have. Yeah, I thought they would have at least the context that the agent had. Yeah, I thought that. Okay, we're gonna see how that goes. All right, getting started. Let's just see what we have. Yeah, this is how we install. Yeah, I think we're just gonna. Yeah, I'm just gonna do the project setup. I'm gonna yeah, and then run this. Let's go. Yeah. So what I've been doing, and I've done that for the other video, is that I'm just like forking the Expensify Verdant project. So what I'm gonna do here, git remote list. Okay, just git remote. Sorry. I'm gonna do gonna create a new repository. So I'm gonna come here and I'm gonna create a new repository. Oh, I could have just done this to here, new repository, and that's gonna be Expensify Sculptor. And yes, I'm gonna start this empty, and I'm gonna copy this. I'm gonna do git remote add fork sculptor. This git push fork sculptor main. So yeah, just because GitHub doesn't allow you to fork your own repositories. All right, let's refresh. So this should be good enough. And yeah, now I'm just gonna open Sculptor, and let's see how that goes. Okay, never opened it, so I need to open. Allow it to open. Sculptor beta. Okay, I installed a few days ago, but it already has an update. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna do the sign up process. So yeah, wait a second. All right, so I am set up. I do have Docker. I do have Git. I'm going to contribute everything. I normally do something else, but because I'm testing this stuff, I hope I can change this later. So yeah, I'm going to see what this gives us. Okay, Claude Max Team Pro account. Yeah, this is what I want. It says it's beta. Okay, let's go. All right. So I can just authorize. Okay. That's great. Okay, continue. Okay, so yeah, as different than Conductor, this is not trying to do the whole Git stuff. So I'm just gonna create a copy here. So I'm gonna go github.com, and I'm going to do g8 repo clone Expensify Sculptor. And the reason why I'm starting from this instead of like, actually doing the whole thing, because I'm not trying to evaluate the agent, because this is just Claude Code, and I believe it is. Maybe it might have some different system prompts, but it's just Claude Code, so we all know how that goes. And yeah, so yeah, Expensify Sculptor. I'm gonna copy this. Oh, I can select through here. Yeah, okay, but I'm just going to do this. All right, so we are in. And yeah, actually, the first thing that I'm going to do, let me just do one thing here. I'm just going to do z dot. I need to close the other one. All right, I want to first, I'm going to drop this whole agents MD. Honestly, this was a really bad one. I was just using because I was doing the same thing over and over again, and I wanted to use the same instructions. But yeah, but it's kind of bad. I'm just going to go here and do Claude, and I'm going to run init while this runs. Yes, I can allow this. I'm just going to let it run whatever it is. Yes. So, yeah, what else I can do? I think that's all, honestly. And yeah, so I'm just going to let it run, and I'm going to be right back, and we can start exploring this. All right, so Claude generated the Claude MD file. I'm just going to do git add, git commit sham, project setup. Yes, and we are ready to get started. Yeah, I mean, I haven't done that on Conductor, but honestly, I wasn't evaluating much the model thing, but I just want to have a better time this time. Okay, so let's take a look at the interface. Okay, so we have a list of agents here. We can change the project here, open a new repo. Okay, there's archived agents similar to what we had in Conductor. Yeah, let's see the settings page. Repositories, okay. Key bindings, let me move this away. Okay, so these are all the key bindings. Okay, Command S toggles the sidebar. I can search. Yeah, I wonder how, if this is like contextual search or if it's just like pattern matching, but yeah. Okay, Command N creates a new agent. Experimental, yeah, forking, I can enable this. Okay. Yeah, I don't like that. Synchronize Claude Code configuration. Yeah, this is interesting, but I'm not gonna do that because, yeah, I mean, I think this would give me the MCP server. Maybe that's a cool idea. Yeah, and this also would be interesting. Maybe this can make me, yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna enable this for now. I don't want to cause any big issues, but I will test it later. Okay. Yes, I mean, honestly, I think I can enable this because I think forking is opt-in. Okay, so home, I'll have this thing here that describes the task. I guess I can just do Command N as well. Like if I'm like here, I can do Command N. Oh, okay, so this is similar to that, but it opens like in a different thing. Okay, all right, yeah. Okay, so I can attach images. I can update system prompt. Okay, I can manage that. Okay. Yes, I can pick kind of the models that Claude provides. Okay, so this is I think is the branch that we are forking from. All right, so let's start with something simple, like improve the copy on the landing page and remove the weird gradients. Yeah, by the way, I think if I come here and run npm install, Yeah, I need to also stop Docker from the other project, Docker PS. Oh, yeah, I think the tear down thing was not working when I set that up. The archive thing was not running, but yeah, let me do Docker compose down on those. Right, I'm just gonna stop and remove all these containers. Docker PS. Okay, so I can do Docker compose.hd. So I'm gonna take a look at how this project is. npm dev. Oh, yeah, I need to do cp.env example.env, and yeah, this should be enough. I mean, I need to do npm db migrate and npm dev. And yeah, and then this landing page is still vibe coded for me, right? So yeah, I'm gonna start with something simple. So let's go here. Make the landing page better. No weird, clearly vibe coded gradient backgrounds. Minimalist, clean page, nice copies, good call to actions. I'm just gonna do that, whatever. And just so we can see how that thing goes. Okay, interesting. When we start the task, it doesn't automatically go there. Oh, there's an error already. Okay. Okay, well, that's a little bit buggy. Oh, we need to update Docker. Oh, is it because I'm not using Docker desktop. I'm using Colima. Oh, okay. Let me see if I can fix that. Okay. Brew upgrade Docker. Just gonna do that, by the way. Let's see if that helps. And brew upgrade Colima. Colima restart. Can I retry? Is there a way to retry? Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna. Okay. Oh, okay. Sculptor. Let's see if they have something in their docs. Documentation. Resources. Workflows. Oh, I do need Docker. Okay, let me do one thing. Docker version. Yeah, I might have to do that for the video. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so instead of installing, I just checked their Discord community, and yeah, people seem to have problems with that, but people seem to be able to do this now. So I just update. So I just deleted my whole Colima machine, and I restarted, updated everything. So let's see if that works. It's still failing. Or maybe because maybe I need to install the. Actually, let me just do. I'm just gonna copy this whole command. Yeah, let me. Okay, we have this unknown flag progress. Docker build upgrade Docker build update build upgrade Docker. Yeah, that's the latest version. Okay, I'm just gonna search for that issue. Unknown flag progress. Yeah. Okay, nothing here. Just gonna search on Google. Colima unknown flag. Yeah, let me just quote this. Docker update build X maybe. Docker build X. Search build X. Okay, brew upgrade Docker build X. Brew install Docker build X. Let's see if we can do this now. Okay. So yeah, that's so yeah. Okay, now it should work. Let's go. Okay, nice. We are in. Okay, a little bit suffering with my setup. So it wasn't Colima fault. It wasn't Docker fault. It was Docker build X. Oh, come on. I knew that Docker, like using containers. Okay, I give up. I'm gonna try to install Docker Desktop. Let's go. Oh man, what a journey! I had to restart my computer. I had a lot of issues with Docker Desktop. Like Docker Desktop is just horrendous. I hate Docker Desktop. Okay, I hope that it works. So I'm gonna open Sculptor, and I'm gonna try that. Yeah, actually, I need to in Sculptor. If I go to Docs, I can come here, documentation, getting started. Yeah, allow getting started. I need to enable this Docker VMM. It's okay. So let's go to Docker Desktop. Oh, I hate Docker Desktop. Yeah, sad Darwin. It should be sad. So I hate Docker Desktop. Settings. Like this is such a bloatware piece of software. Okay, Docker VMM. Apply and restart. Yeah, let's try now. So I'm gonna come here, copy this. Let me archive all of those. Delete. Not even going to archive. I'm just going to delete everything. Delete. 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 New agent. Oh, actually, I want to copy this. New agent. Okay, so this seems to be working now. All right, thank God. Yeah, I mean, already, this is already a kind of like, yeah, it might be hit or miss for you. Maybe if you already use Docker Desktop, and then this is going to be a no issues, but maybe not. But yeah, this is running. So let's take a look at the UI. All right. So what I have here on the side. Okay, so it uses Tmux. Control T, Control N. Okay, Control B, Control N. Yeah, I don't know how to. Okay, yeah, whatever. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, so this works. Let's see how the changes. We can look at the changes. There's this Diff here. I want to test it. So what I will test now is the pairing mode. I still unsure, like, can this run like npm? Okay. How do I set up the tools for this thing? The name -a Linux kit. I forgot how to get the distro name. Yeah, totally. Is that Linux kit? Is that the? Yeah, whatever. So maybe apt. Okay. APK, no. So apt install. So I guess I would have to, like, can I create a setup script? Okay, let's just see the context. Okay, you have compact context down here. How do I, yeah, this is, yeah, this seems a little bit like that you don't have a lot of control, and I don't like that. Okay, yeah. So I guess I would have to, like, node install. Okay, create a setup script. Sudo apt update. Okay, so this is kind of like Ubuntu. Okay, sudo apt install. I don't use Ubuntu for a long time. Node.js. Okay, Node.js install Ubuntu. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do this. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Oh, I'm so stupid. Oh, okay. Let me. I'm gonna have to. Okay, let's just delete this. And yeah, I guess this is gonna be the main differentiator. Okay, I'm gonna do this, and now I should be able to do this. Okay, all right. Yeah, so this is probably gonna be my setup. Okay, so I think I need to have that. So I just need to, yeah, so this would be cool. So I can use Mise. Actually, let me just copy this already. Let me open Z. So we can do this, and I'm going to come here, new folder, Sculptor. Where do we place this again? Sculptor, yeah, user setup. New file, user setup.sh. Oh, it's not that. Rename is underscore. And I guess we come here and do usr bar slash min slash dash. Star slash bin dash n dash. Yeah, okay. Okay. And dash, but I guess is also, yeah, that would work as well, but okay. And set dash e, and then we can, so yeah, so this would install that. And again, kind of sucks because now it depends on whether you're running on ARM or this is, yeah, that's the problem with containers. I wish, yeah, does it like, yeah, maybe we can ask it to work to make it better. Okay. And then I guess I can come here. For example, I can do Mise use Node.js this, and then I'm gonna come here. I'm gonna do hooks. I'm gonna do after. So yeah, I'm just copy from Mise hooks. So yeah, I'm gonna set this up so I can have the post install. Yeah, that's the one that I want. So in post install is equal to, yeah, actually I think like Mise is a killer thing to combine with this, because now you have this container and then you can run the same Mise install in your CI, in this container, and everywhere. Or something like, Nix packages or something like that. Whatever suits. I mean, I don't know how to Nix flakes and stuff like that, but yeah, something to define all the things you need. Okay, and this is gonna be npx pack enable, and Mise install. If I do which npm, which npm, yeah. So this, I'm just gonna test it here. Mise use -g. I'm gonna use -g here because node at 24.11.1, and then which node. So I need to set this up as well. So I want to activate Mise, so that's what I want to do. Yeah, I think I can just run this. Echo home root local which Mise. Where's Mise? Okay. I guess I can just do this. Okay. So all I need to do is to eval and then I should be able to reach node. Okay, perfect. Okay, so I need that thing as well on my setup script. Actually, maybe I can add that to my .bash rc. Yeah, so I'm going to do this. Yes, and then I'm gonna do source. And I'm just going to do this here and Mise install. So this should be enough, and I will test it later. But yeah, so here I could technically do npx core pack enable, npm install. Yes, it will download npm and install everything. So yeah, so a little bit of extra setup, but I think now it's a good thing. And my question is, what happens if I do npm? Okay, Docker. Yeah, that's my. How are we gonna run Docker inside Docker? Docker in Docker. And maybe we can do like apt install Docker. Docker in Docker Ubuntu install. Okay. All right. Okay. And then I can run Docker in Docker maybe. Docker compose sd. Maybe it's install Docker compose as well. Okay. Docker compose Ubuntu install. Okay, that's not it. Docker compose in Docker image. Yeah, this is old as fuck. That's likely outdated. Docker in Docker. Sudo apt search Docker. Docker compose. Huh. Apt sudo apt install Docker compose. Yeah, that works. Okay, perfect. All right, so Docker IO and Docker compose, and then I can do Docker compose up.txt. Man, it doesn't work. Apt install sudo apt install these two tools. Okay, I don't care. Yeah, let's just do cp.end example.end and do npm dev. And I want to see, like, can I? Yeah, I don't think I can run this. So the thing is more. Yeah, likely it's not gonna work. Maybe I can come here. Can I do this? Nah, I can't. Let me do something else. Let me come here and do yes, Docker ps. Yeah, it is not gonna. I mean, it does export this part here. So maybe I can do. Yeah, let's do this. npm dev / port. Yeah, 80. It's already in use. What do I have here in this 80? So maybe there's a way of like serving. Yeah, I'm gonna have to features, containers, how to interact with you, what lives inside the container. Yeah, this is what I'm gonna do. All right, I'm going to what is the issue that we had again with the Docker Compose up? This is use. This is use apt install whatever. Python 3 is this? Okay, Python 3 sudo apt install. I'm just like, yeah, whatever. Okay, apt search dist-use. You need to set up this sudo apt install yes Docker daemon start. Yeah, the issue is that this is a container, and then we have all this issue with the PIDs and how to run Docker inside a. Okay, yeah, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to ignore that. This at least I have the tools, but that I cannot run the test file in the database. Git dot git commit -m first project setup option. And I'm just going to ask Sculptor to do that, but while it does that, I'm going to test the pairing mode. So I need to be able to run tests in the container for Sculptor. But for that, I need to be able to run Docker inside Docker on that container. Please update. Oh, I cannot even. Okay. So this is, yeah. Copy relative path. Please update. So it install Docker properly. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Gonna run, and then let's test the pairing mode. Okay, pairing mode. Pairing on. Okay, so I guess now, yes. Okay, interesting the status. So yeah, branch. Okay, so it created this other branch here, and yeah, and then it's syncing the files here, and then I can do Docker compose -d. Yes, gonna have to allow, because now I have to download all these images again because I installed Docker Desktop. I hate my life. All right, cp.env example pnpm db migrate. Docker ps. Docker logs Postgres. Docker compose logs Postgres. What is the issue here? Okay, this is an issue from 2014. What the hell? Okay. Compose. So this needs to be that. Yeah, okay. npm db migrate. Okay, I'm gonna have to do that. npm dev. So okay. Let's see the new landing page. Okay, nice. We can get started. I mean, yeah. So I can review that. Can I do some changes? Why did this paused? Which problems below are addressed? What is even going on? What? Okay, at least. Yeah, I guess maybe because I fixed this. Okay, this is okay. I managed to review. It's good. And then we can merge. Let's just merge. From agent to a local branch. Okay. Okay. New feed, new landing page. Commit and merge. Yeah, okay. Yeah, likely something to do with the changes that I've made, but yeah. Perfect. Okay, git status. Okay, not git checkout. Git lg main. Okay, git checkout main. Git status. Git reset slash hard. So yeah, this should be. Oh, this is. It didn't work. Okay, git checkout main, git lg. Okay, yeah, I don't know what happened. Okay, yeah, never mind. Git status, git lg. All right, yeah, let me do docker ps, docker compose down, docker compose up -d. Yeah, Postgres, let's just do that. Yeah, okay, so I need to do that fix. I have no idea, but this is likely just because of the, yeah. Up -d. Okay, that's a yes. All right. Okay. Yeah. Will that work though? I don't think it will. Okay, I'm just gonna merge. Sure. Support Docker in the agent. Commit and merge. Yeah, merge but avoiding conflict. Yeah, honestly, I think this is like really complicated. This is, yeah. You know what? Okay, git status, git dot git commit -m fix support Docker Postgres for Docker desktop git status. Okay. Yeah, let's try a new agent. And new agent, I don't know. Add an urgent Boolean field to the expense. I just want to see how the migrations go, but yeah, to the expense table, and so we can allow this submitter to mark an expense as urgent to prioritize reimbursements, whatever. Okay, Docker compose st. I don't think it ran the I think okay, you know what? I'm gonna stop this. Gonna copy the prompt. And I need to do this thing here. chmod +x dot sculptor user setup. Git add dot git commit -m make setup executable. Okay, now let's do it again. Mise. Okay, why this is not Sculptor? Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna run this. Did I got the file name right? User installing custom dependencies. Sculptor user underscore setup -8. Sculptor the setup. Why this is failing? And this is now bugging. Come on. Okay. Yeah, this experience is horrible for anything that is more complicated than the script is failing. Result.txt. I need to. Okay. Sculptor class. Docker status. How do I get the Docker run Nginx? Yeah, okay, I give up. I don't know how to do this. Yes, I think maybe there's an easy way, but yeah, I will give up. It's probably a skill issue. Yeah, it's definitely a skill issue, but it's. I'm sure there's a way to do that, but then it's like a lot of work to get this easy to set up. I would need more time to learn how to use it and then proper run the Docker image. But yeah, I'll stop for now. I think we already saw how it is, how to merge stuff. Okay, yeah, this is a thing that I didn't saw. We can commit things here manually. Okay, nice. Okay, yeah, whatever. Okay, this Diff Viewer is nice. There's something we didn't solve. Now you can see the difference. Okay, yeah, this is a nice interface. Yeah, so the UI is interesting. I'm just afraid on like this whole Docker thing makes it so like if your tests need Docker to run, I mean a lot of people make it have like mocks and whatnot, and then they don't need. But yeah, I like if you want to run integration tests or whatever, then now the agent cannot do this unless you configure everything properly. And yeah, the setup is definitely not working. Not sure what's going on there, and I don't. I'm traveling tomorrow, so I don't have the time and energy to do that. But yeah. So just to wrap up, I think that the UI it's nice. It's local first and only. The Docker thing is as expected. It's both a good thing in terms of security and isolation, but at the same time, based on my skill issues, and people are going to comment, "Oh, you are not good enough to use this tool." Yeah, probably. But also, I don't have time. I want these things to save time for me, not waste more. But yeah. And then, I'm pretty sure someone can set up. I'm gonna, evaluate and see. And then, if you folks know how to properly set this up, so this thing has Docker running, then that'll be amazing. They do. I read somewhere in their website that they are like a planned future upgrade is for you to be able to bring your own Docker file. And then this, I think, is going to be really good because there is Docker in Docker images out there. Like just so if you just get Docker in Docker image instead of like whatever image that they use by default, maybe that should be enough. So yeah, we're gonna see how that goes. Likely someone in the community is doing that, but for my first impressions here, it is kind of like it's hard. It's hard for me to set this up initially, I think. And then compared to Verdant and to Conductor, I think Conductor is a much more finished product this seems really beta, and it's fine. They say it's in beta, right? So yeah, I think be able to run Docker Compose really easily should be really high priority. And I like that is a no nonsense thing. The other thing that is lacking is the ability to easily, add context. Conductor list, I could do like add, and then it had like a file completion, like a auto completion for the path. I couldn't see this here. So at this current state, I wouldn't recommend Sculptor, but it is really promising. I like that they are really simple, and I like the idea of running my agents in containers. I like that idea in theory because of security. In practice, yeah, it's going to be hard for me to adopt it as it is right now. But yeah, just one more comment on the Docker thing. I think that there are compounding gains if you are able to set up your whole environment with like Mise, Docker, whatever, for in a Docker container, because it means you can now run things in CI, you can run things in cloud agents, you can run things everywhere because it's a container. So I think there's a lot of value on that. And this is one of the things that I mentioned on my Verdant video, is that, yeah, I wish I would spend some time setting up, some dev container so I can run these things in isolation. So this is kind of like, yeah, it brings the heavy tooling. I think this is pointed in the right direction, but it just makes the experience for someone that is not as used to set up Docker and Docker images and all this kind of stuff myself. And also, it's hard to understand what exactly is this thing running, what is the parameter, because running Docker and Docker needs that, it needs to allow multiple processes and whatnot. So it is complicated, and I'm not the best one to do that. But I think after, the community or themselves have like a bespoke solution, I hate this is what I do, I think this is really promising, right? So yeah. So that's going to be it for this video. I hope you liked it. It was a weird journey, but yeah, see you in the next one. Bye bye.